created us to be me.
Warning, warning. What's up, y'all? Welcome back. This is just a reminder that while we might get into some tea, some drama, this is not a tea channel. We're focused on real stories and real commentary. Now, let's get into this video. So this might not be an official episode of The Real on Reality TV, but in the midst of doing some research, I came across some beef between some of the boys of the Bad Boys Club or Bad Boys LA and Natalie Nunn and Lemmy, the CEO of Zeus Network. Now I know some of y'all have not seen Bad Boys LA, but it's basically a rendition of the original classic Bad Girls Club show, executively produced by Natalie Nunn on Zeus Network, like I said, who is owned by Lemmy Plummer. Now the biggest event of season 1 of Bad Boys LA, hands down, was the issue between Milan Christopher. If you don't know who he is, he's an actor, model, entertainer, whatever else, but he was on Love and Hip Hop LA, I think, previously. And then we have the celebrity hairstylist Jonathan Wright. He's in a lot of celebrity hair like Nicki, Megan, Lil Kim. Him and Milan literally had a whole issue, a whole beef over who was going to get the primary bedroom in the house. The way that the story was edited on the series was as if Milan, because he had such an issue with Jonathan and was tired of fighting everyone in the house, even though it was his fault, he was fighting everyone in the house, and allegedly had a messed up leg, called on his friend Rio to basically come over to the house to fight for him in case Jonathan tried it. Rio showed up, got in multiple fights with Jonathan, got slid across the floor like a bowling ball, slid across the floor from LA to Miami like a Slip and Slide Records, slid across the floor like all the cousins at Grandma's house in July of 2005, got his throwback Rihanna red dread weave snatched. Baby, it was a hoedown showdown at the Bad Boys LA house, while apparently, allegedly, let me not whisper it this time before Milan tries to send me a cease and desist, allegedly, yeah, y'all heard it that time. Milan was out swinging his little legs over by the bushes, watching his friend get tossed around the pot like oodles or noodles. And instead of helping, he called the police. Like, it was a whole mess. So a lot of people were not liking Milan already because he has a serious case of main character syndrome. But now nobody was feeling him because it's like your friend who you called over here to fight for you, basically, is fighting, but you're nowhere to be found and you're out somewhere in the bushes, or that's what it seemed like. So Milan was definitely catching the heat, and the next thing we know, Milan out here arguing with Natalie Nunn, arguing with Lemmy, the CEO, going at everybody, mad at the way he looked on TV. And I'm trying to understand what was the reason, especially to go off on Natalie. Like, she's not the one editing. But I ended up being able to put together the other side of the story, and now things start to make a little bit more sense. But I'm going to show y'all the live with Milan and Jonathan coming for Natalie, and a couple of other things I found that got me to thinking, what the hell is going on?
That fight, and that happened 4 hours before that fight. Like, that's the latest. I'm trying to figure out, why would y'all edit that in there to act like I was sitting there watching Rio's fight? Like, you're the executive producer. Like, what's your bob? Around and y'all edit me sitting on a fucking ledge in the bushes watching a fight, and I wasn't even there to watch that part of the fight. So why would y'all do that? Can you explain to me? Is it Milan versus the Zeus Network? Because why would y'all edit me doing some shit that didn't happen?
Well, I'm pretty sure I'm not in the editing room, so I don't know the sequences of how things played out.
But you know that didn't happen, and you approved that episode. The reason why I came on your show, Natalie, is because when I was so excited to be able to say, let me give the world who Milan really is. Let me show, because Zeus is so authentic. Zeus is so real. Why the fuck would you why would you turn around and play something that did not happen and edit it together as if that happened that way? Then you got all these motherfuckers trolling me every day like, oh, you in the bushes watching your friend fight. Oh, you watching. That didn't happen though. So why would you let that get edited like that?
Here's my question. When were you in the bush? When were you in the bush?
It was no bush. I came downstairs when the bitch pulled out the fire extinguisher. That's when I went downstairs. That fight with Jonathan and Rio happened 4 hours after that. Outside, 4 hours. The police came. We went back to partying. We was taking shots, all type of shit. I even went upstairs and had a whole conversation with Jonathan. So why would you edit again that part of that situation as if I was sitting outside watching it, and you know that didn't happen.
Well, I do remember. I haven't seen that episode, but I do remember you jumping over the fence, going to the neighbor's house, calling the police. That part I remember, but I don't remember when you were sitting on the ledge. I don't remember all that part.
So my thing is, this is the thing that I don't understand. I don't get. I'm not with. Listen, baby. I love you. Every time somebody talks to me about you,
this is not like a Natalie versus Milan thing. This is
I get that. I get that.
I want you to understand that I don't remember the sequence of how everything went, but I do remember you leaving. I don't remember where you were. You were at the neighbor. Or you were at the neighbor's house.
So Natalie, let's not do this. So what we're gonna do is, first of all, when he pulled out a fire extinguisher, I went outside. I didn't have my phones because the stole my phone. Okay, so let's just start there. So I went to the neighbor's house to use their phone, and I came right back in the house. So that's number one. I came right back in the house, and you know that. So why is it that a fight that happened 4 hours later of Rio and Jonathan fighting, you playing when I went on the ledge and jumped over the ledge to go to the neighbor's house that happened 4 hours prior to that? You're putting it together as if I'm sitting there watching Rio get jumped on. Like, I'm confused. Y'all had me looking like I was going around bullying and fighting off of just GP, and then Jonathan comes, and then I'm watching my friend get whooped. And then you edit out of sequence so it can look like that. Like, what's up with that? Didn't everything you asked me to do, I did? Didn't every time a bitch tried to leave that house, I went and got him for you? Didn't every time something went wrong, you called my phone and had me gather the house and do this and do that? So why the f would you then turn around the four episodes, then the next 3-4 episodes, you turn around and try to make and villainize me as if I'm this that's going around starting shit? Y'all know that's not why Rio came to the house. It's just weird to just sit and watch the correlation, and you're not saying nothing as the EP saying, yo, this ain't, hold on, wait, let me finish, because I let you speak. Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish this sentence. I got one thing to say. As the EP and as my friend, all it would have took was you like, yo, that's not how that happened. I'm not doing it. We're not playing that. Like, I'm not doing that to Milan. Like, that's not how that happened. You never even did that shit. You didn't even, I don't even understand. So what would make you think that I would even trust to even come to a reunion or come to something else? So when I get there, I can whoop a bitch ass, but you can edit it as if I got my ass whooped. Or somebody can start something with me. You can edit it and make it seem like I started with them. Like, my whole brand, like, I can't even really trust your direction because you're not portraying or showing what actually happened in these events in the sequence in which it happened. And you got these weird ass hoes running around here with, every day you posting them and tagging them, these weird ass bitches who ain't about a thing, who yelled and screamed the whole season, never bust a motherfucking grape. You got another donkey ass bitch selling rims and tires all over the place because she a broke ass with all this shit, all this different shit they got to say. But you're not playing the real shit that really happened. You got me out here looking like I'm bully. You know motherfucking well I don't even play that bully shit. I don't even like bullies. But you're presenting it to the world as if I was. Then you presented it to the world as if I sat and watched my friend get his ass whooped. That's not what happened.
It wasn't just one fight. So in that 8 hours of a sequence of a party, so many things happened along the way. 1, the police came. 2, fire extinguisher was pulled out. 3, the bedroom fight happened. Then you guys went back upstairs and tried to talk about it. Then you went to the neighbor's house. Cell phones were stolen. That we didn't know the phones were stolen by him until after the show on the internet.
All I'm saying is, big dog, big sis, like, don't edit me. Don't take shit out to make me listen.
Trying to make you look bad, Milan. I know.
Don't take shit out to make it look like I bullied Kyrian, as if I'm sitting on a bus. Hold on, wait. As if I'm sitting on a bus waiting to get to Kyrian, and this called my phone and said it's on site at the fashion show. That's not even in the fucking scene. It's like I got off the bus and run. It's like I got off the bus and ran up on Kyrian. You took that whole part out. Why? Then you got me sitting. Then the following episode, I chumped that up. I chumped that shit up for you. Like, okay, cool. This was the edit. This is the wrong edit. I don't give a fuck. It's going to be 1 week. They're going to think I'm a bully. The next week, come back around. You got me sitting on a ledge 4 hours before the fight that you actually got me sitting on the ledge watching as if I'm sitting on the ledge watching my homeboy get whooped and I'm hiding in the bushes. What kind of weird shit is that, bro? That's weird. And that's not what happened.
Okay, here's my question.
That's no. Answer that question. You still ain't answer me why the you edit that shit out or edited me sitting on that ledge. That's my question. Don't ask me a question with a question. Answer why the you did that to my character and that's not what happened.
On the ledge at some point, because they're not just gonna have random footage of you doing that.
That happened 4 hours before, bro, on Phonem. Like you playing a lot, like
so
and you know that.
On for 8 hours. I don't know how you want us to air a whole 8 hours in a 1 episode, 1 hour scene. This is what I'm trying to say. I don't know why it was edited, why you were sitting on there. I don't know why you went across the street to use the neighbor's phone. I don't know if your cell phones got stolen, when they got stolen. The sequence is playing however it's getting edited in the editing room, which is the sequence that they have been given to. So at the end of the day, I don't know why you went to the neighbor's house. Now we know because your phones got stolen. But what I'm trying to say to you is that
you didn't know my phones got stolen, Natalie. You telling me you didn't know my phones got stolen?
I knew your phones got stolen after the show when Jonathan posted up that he was packing phones in a plastic bag.
Bruh, y'all are crazy. I love you though. Have fun at the reunion.
Huh? Because nobody told you to go to the neighbor's house and call the police. You called the cops. No one told Jonathan to steal your cell phones. They got stolen. He posted it late for you to just take 2 steps back and not jump in. Nobody told you to do that. Nobody told you to jump. It's like, guys, you cannot get mad at me for however you look on these shows. You cannot get mad at me. I cannot control everything all of you guys are doing. If you were sitting on the fence 1 hour before, or if you were sitting on the fence 5 minutes before. If you were sitting on the fence or jumped over the fence to call the cops at the neighbor's house, you jumped over the fence 2 hours prior to call the cops. I don't know. Y'all cannot get mad that episodes are edited into a 1 hour episode. 1 hour. It's not the whole 8. So I get it. You guys get upset. I think that's why you were upset with Love and Hip Hop. Because you did things that they aired and you didn't like that. I cannot control what you guys do, but you did it. Because if the footage shows you sitting on the fence, you did it at some point in that night. What were you wearing? Was that the same outfit you had on? It doesn't matter how it is put into a 1 hour episode. It was definitely put into the episode because it happened. We cannot say abracadabra, make a footage of so-and-so doing this appear. We can't do that. Does that make sense? Or no? But I'm not going to get blamed for it all. I'm not going to get blamed for it all. I didn't call the police. I've never called the police a day in my motherfucking life. I did not jump over the fence. I did not steal no one's cell phones. I didn't do none of that. So I cannot be getting blamed for whoever is individually mad about. What I'm trying to tell them is that if there's 24 hours in a day and we're filming you guys all day, we need to make 1 episode out of that. Episode is 45 minutes to an hour. That's it. That's it. Now, Jonathan's saying that Milan had mace. Milan is saying that Jonathan had a fire extinguisher. Jonathan also told me at one point that he wasn't the one who picked up the chair first. But I was under the impression from Milan and Rio that Jonathan came in with the chair. Then I find out it wasn't Jonathan who came in with the chair. It was the other one who had the chair. I'm like, bro. Topic is that Milan feels that we are posting the reunion out of order. I mean,
fuck how y'all posting the reunion out of order.
No, posting the episode out of order where he didn't add Milan, and he's like screaming and yelling at me. And I'm like, what did I do?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's not how it went. Jonathan stole my this. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck happened, man. Like, I don't know what happened. Why he says the.
So let me ask this question. So did y'all not get him? Did y'all not get that whole full leeway? Was y'all not babying him through the whole time? Because why is Jonathan at home? Why did Jonathan go home? You know what I'm saying?
Well, if you want me to be real,
hold on, but be real, Natalie. Be real. Did you not? Did y'all not get that? Did y'all not get that boy?
I'm gonna be real. You want me to be real?
Real.
Okay.
Because after I beat them up,
The
I was getting my
reason
nails
you
done.
got sent home was because the second day, not the night of when he called the police the first night, the second night when the police were called and Rio was sent to the hospital in the ambulance, it became a bigger problem than the first night when the cops were just like, oh, we're going to do a wellness check.
It was never a problem because it was never a problem, though.
It was a problem the morning with the chair. That
after the bitch hit me with the chair.
Okay, and I was the one in there that argued. I said, well, I just spoke to Jonathan.
No, y'all know, all y'all was over there feeling like, oh, Jonathan hit him with the chair.
No, that's a lie because
Natalie, you felt like you, Natalie. Yes, it is, because you felt exactly like,
because when you went to,
did you hit him with the chair? I told y'all that bitch hit me with the chair first.
I said, Rio and Milan are telling me that you hit him with the chair. Did you hit him with the chair?
God, him the ops. Why wouldn't the ops tell me, like?
Then you said to me, but first, he had the chair. So I went back to the producers and the whole Zeus team and said, hold on. Jonathan's not going to lie to me. He said Rio had the chair
Jonathan
first.
don't lie, baby. Jonathan a grown-ass man. I don't have to lie.
So then I went back to Rio and Jonathan, and when we had this big Zeus off, I said, hold on. Jonathan said you came running out the chair first, and you tried to do something with the chair, and he snatched the chair out of your hand. And then they were like, it went back and forth and back. And the police were called the second time by Milan. So I stepped in and said, okay, well, I don't want Jonathan to get in any trouble for this, because the video that he gave to the police from Milan was the video that only showed you chasing him with the chair.
And hold on, stop right there. Take a pause. Hold on, take a break. And at that moment, was it the motherfucking police? Y'all was like, oh, Jonathan, don't come here because the police gonna try to take you to jail. Because they had that video. So yeah. The bitches press charges, knowing that they started all this. That's why I don't really play them games. That's why I don't even sit well and sit next to motherfuckers like that. So them look like they really think they what?
This was my issue. It was not that anybody at Zeus felt that you were, because Rio and Milan did say that Rio had the chair first. So that did come out after the fact. But when the police were there, but the thing is,
y'all playing with my character and my motherfucking not you. Cause B, why the fuck you ain't listen first? You think I'm gonna be sitting here lying and I'm whooping you all? They coming to jump me?
I know, because the video that they had of you was just you chasing a nigga with a chair. So I'm like, so
somebody that's not even on the show. Bitch, you in my house. But you in my house.
But then I turned around.
This is my house. And what? Bitch, get off my property. I still had to leave right afterwards.
He's being called the second time was a whole different situation from the first time. And why? Because they had a video of you chasing the nigga with the chair. That was, and I said, okay, well, who? I'm like, all right, so.
Okay, back to Milan. Yeah, back to Milan. Because the thing is, I like the whole time, I guess because he been on like TV before, like, you know, he buying them followers and them likes, all them likes and stuff he buying, them not like all that stuff, like, I feel like y'all felt for that. Like, you know, he had his run on TV, so like, he kind of feel like, oh, this is what you need to do at the time. No, it's not that. This is real reality, baby. Like, it's some new breed of motherfuckers that's out here in these streets, and we don't play. You know what I'm saying? Like, we real bosses. We not for this entertainment shit. Like, in real life, we really doing this. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, when he, like, me, I came on there to get energy. I really came on there to show y'all a good time, and y'all didn't even let me give that. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't that we didn't let you give that. It was the second morning after, when the chair video actually became a thing, and it got leaked, and they gave it to the police, and they gave it to, I said, now we're in a different situation, rather than someone saying, oh, this happened. That is a different.
But isn't it crazy how the Milan started all of that, and he's trying to play victim, like in real life?
That's what I'm confused about right now. Why I'm getting yelled at by him. Like, I don't understand what did myself or Zeus do.
But sometimes, as y'all, like, no matter how old the person is, sometimes you gotta treat people like they are, for real. And that's what it's starting to get to. Like, you know, I don't even go back and forth with them, like, for real. Like, they're not even worth my time, like, for real. You know, boom, because I post little stuff on my page because it'd be like that, like, bitch, if I ever get in trouble for real, you always know that I ain't do nothing. You know, for real, y'all know I don't play like that, for real. Like, for real.
Wait,
so,
why is there a Simpsons meme? Why was that?
Oh, that girl, she was like, had to clean them up. She was like, had to clean them up.
When you posted the Simpsons meme.
Let's see. Let's get the CEO of Bad Boys in here. I think it would be pretty interesting. Oh, there he goes. Oh, there he goes. Hey, buddy.
Milan, what's up? Why you so mad? What's the problem?
Cause y'all hoes is weird.
Hold on. Come on, Milan.
Yeah, y'all are weird.
Milan, be respectful.
Yeah, y'all are weird.
Really? Come on,
That's
man.
why. Yeah, y'all
are you in Andrew mode?
So
right now?
don't ask me no questions.
Are you in Andrew mode?
Don't
right now?
ask me no questions. Don't ask me no questions. Yo, I'm sorry, I can't do this fake ass shit with you fake ass hoes.
That's fine. Let him leave. It's okay. Listen. I don't know Milan like that. I don't. This is the first time I seen him, so you know, he's really upset. I don't know why he's so mad about Jonathan. He got like I don't know what's going on. What's up with him and Jonathan? Listen, you know me, like real talk. I don't. There's no universe where I care if Milan is mad at me. But if he want beef, listen. If he want beef for me, look. Real talk. I can't speak for him. Yeah. So I'm saying like you have a lot to say, but then you jump off live. Like, I don't get it. I don't even do lives. Y'all know me. I don't do lives. No Milan, he ain't no producer on the show.
Well, I'm glad that I know that you're not
What you
thinking
gotta
about
say,
me.
bro? Talk like a man. Don't talk like a girl.
Now that I know, now that I heard it out of your mouth that you're not thinking about me, I'm gonna show you how I'm not thinking about you. So it's cool. So it's cool. So it's cool. No, don't try to sit up here and act like I give a fuck about you not talking to Jonathan. I don't give a fuck about Jonathan. I don't even know Jonathan. Jonathan didn't put his hands on me. Get on the live and Kiki with a bitch who damn near hurt Rio. He damn near hurt Rio. Rio had to go to the hospital.
What does that have to do with anything?
You sit up there kikiing and laughing with the bitch like it was cool. You know what's up. So why you sit up here acting like you don't know what the fuck is going on is the issue.
I'll let you.
Let's it's killed.
Milan, in this moment, he doesn't matter about the situation that happened between you and Jonathan. Neither do I. So I'm asking you, what's the issue? What is your issue with me? Well, me and Milan will talk offline, but
I never said I had an issue.
So why y'all going up on me? What did I do?
I came at the end. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just know, I don't know who y'all cooler with and who did I never said.
First of all, I'm not going to, all of this fake ass shit, I don't do this fake ass shit.
Let me finish.
All of this, all of this fake ass shit, I don't do this fake ass shit. All that dismissive ass conversation, you was being very dismissive.
So, Rio never said he had a problem. It was an open invitation for whoever. You know what I'm saying? Like, for whoever to come. I just, you know, I don't know how y'all wanted y'all premiere to turn out. It was an open invitation for whatever. I didn't say I had a problem with you being on the thing with Jonathan or whatever the case be. I didn't say none of that. Or whatever. Milan has more of a problem because y'all have more of a, you know, like more of a relationship. I just kind of, you know, met everybody what the case be.
Yeah, I love everybody. I just, listen, let me, hey, Rio, let me say this to you. I just, like, literally, real talk, I just met Milan on the show. We've talked briefly prior to the show. In real life, I just met the guy. This is weird. Like, this is some weirdo shit. So I'm just saying, like, I'm a boss. I respect y'all as bosses in your own right. And I'm saying, as a network, I don't have beef with people that have altercations with each other. I have to look at all sides. Milan, of course, I understand that you feel away, and I respect that. But if I get on live with Jonathan and I'm talking like, hey, what's up, man? Good to hear from you. I don't know why you getting on live, you know, getting so erratic and so out of control and emotional.
Confused, you don't know what's going on. You don't know that this man damn near almost could have killed one of my friends that I brought to your show.
Could your friend could have almost killed him?
You act like you don't know. I don't give a fuck what Rio is talking about. So you as a CEO hopping on a call when a person is up there bragging about what they did on your set, and you're up there kikiing and cock-on with them after the fact is very unprofessional. And you think it's cool and you think it's okay.
But it's conflicting narratives on that too, bro. Like, real talk. Like, it's conflicting narratives. It's some other narratives out there from people in the house that it could have been different aggressors. Everybody say Jonathan was the aggressor, but it's people that say you were too. And I don't want to really get into that on live because that's not live business. But I'm just saying, we have contracts with everybody. We have to honor our side. Y'all got to honor y'all side. So we're going to engage with everybody as a network. But I don't want nobody to take it offensively.
Milan, I love you, man. Rio, I love you, man. I really want y'all to win. I don't have no beef with y'all. I don't have no beef with anybody. I want everybody to win.
So as you can see, Milan was very upset at Natalie for the way that he was portrayed on the show, specifically that scene where he's sitting out by the bushes, even though Natalie is not an editor and she was not in the editing room. But I'm going to get on to why he's mad at Natalie later on in the video. He's also mad at Lemmy because he felt as if Lemmy didn't care about the possibilities of what could have happened to Rio if things with the chair had gotten worse. He's also mad at Darrell and Gutta because they were outside when Rio was getting hit with the chair and he feels like they should have came and got him. And very much mad at Gutta because he thinks that Gutta called Jonathan to come back in order to fight Rio, like as if Gutta set that up. But Gutta said that Jonathan called him to ask if Rio was still there, because regardless, Jonathan was still coming back to the house. He was still a part of the cast, and Natalie even said that Jonathan was coming back. At that point, he had not yet been sent home. And as far as Darrell and Gutta being outside, it seems like they didn't feel like they had to come and get Milan, because Milan says while all this with Rio was going on, he was upstairs, but Gutta and Darrell and other people in the house say that Milan was actually in the kitchen. So it's like, if you were in the kitchen, why would they have to come and get you? Because you would have heard everything that was going on outside. Remember, Moolah was the one who caught everything on camera, and he heard it from his bedroom. So if Moolah can hear what's going on from his bedroom, how come Milan didn't hear what was going on from the kitchen? So again, why would they have to come and get you? Also in the live, you heard what Milan said to Lemmy.
Now that I heard it out of your mouth that you're not thinking about me, I'm going to show you how I'm not thinking about you. So it's cool.
And he surely meant that, because Milan, Rio, and Moolah have decided to create Bad Boys Atlanta on a different network, which has created more issues between them, Natalie, Lemmy, and Zeus as a whole, because according to Zeus, those three are in a contract and cannot be involved with another reality show until June 2023 without Zeus' permission, as well as naming the show Bad Boys Atlanta is using the likeliness of Zeus' show. And here is what Milan had to say in response.
Dear Zeus, dear Lemuel Plummer, dear Natalie Nunn, sweetie, you don't own the rights to a fuck-ass thing. It's a Bad Boys movie, Bad Boys Records, and there has been tons of motherfucking Bad Boys TV shows before you even came out with motherfucking Bad Boys LA. So releasing a statement saying your intellectual property, you don't have any intellectual property that has anything to do with Bad Boys Atlanta, which has actually been copyrighted and trademarked by me. So go mind your motherfucking business, bitch. And with that being said, make sure you guys come out to June 18th for the Bad Boys Atlanta casting call. Make sure you click on MCTV Streaming Network and fill out your applications so you guys can come out and have the opportunity to be on a new show.
Okay. You guys having a great day. I know today has been, a lot going. It's been a lot going on. It's been a lot going on with the other the situation with the some of the former Bad Boys. The former Bad Boys. I mean, listen, they participated in season 1, and I appreciated their contributions and involvement in that show. They were compensated for their work, and so I appreciate the time and the work that they provided. But business is business, and so you just can't be out here saying any old thing and doing what you want. That's why we have contracts.
Milan also took to his Instagram to say this: y'all really be thinking this reality TV stuff is real, don't y'all? So let's really talk about it. Hey, I know y'all saw what y'all thought was a real fight between Anthony and I, but it wasn't. I never fought Anthony for a room. That was a fake fight and a storyline. We filmed it 4 times. The room was already allocated to be mine, i.e. I never was going to fight Jonathan for a room. This was already established long before Jonathan came to the house. Hence why he came to the house the first day and left and we didn't fight. Rio and Jonathan fought a week later because that's what they got paid and flew to LA to do. I was not fighting, period. Production was fully aware of that after the security guard body slammed me and I got quadriceps tendon tear, which I went to the hospital and was treated for. They wanted more fights, so they hired 2 new fighters. Y'all gotta remember, y'all are watching TV show. At the end of the day, this stuff is not real. Now, some of the things that Milan said in this post are very contradictory to other things he has said in live streams, and it's also contradictory to what Rio himself has said about this whole situation. And so I took it upon myself to go and see what Rio had to say about everything that went on in the house, the fights, Jonathan, Milan, all that. And that is how I was able to come up with the other side of the story and put everything together for a better perspective. And what I find interesting is that Rio actually comes off as pretty cool. He just, in my opinion, is grouped in with the wrong people. So apparently, Natalie is friends with both Milan and Jonathan. Also, Jonathan knew who Rio was, at least to an extent, and had seen and spoke to Rio at an unrelated event prior to the show. However, I don't know the exact time span between when Jonathan saw Rio and spoke to him at the event, and then the Bad Boys LA show starting, and then Rio and Jonathan entering the house and fighting. I don't know the exact timeline, but I do know that Rio said it wasn't too far before, it wasn't too much time that had passed before him seeing him out and then them being in the house together. So remember, Jonathan and Natalie were friends way prior to this show. So apparently Natalie vouched for Jonathan to come onto the show, and the producers, Lemmy or whoever else, thought it would be a good idea for him to come in and kind of shake things up a little bit.
We're trying to get the right mix, and we're bringing in a new bad boy member.
So when Milan was talking about, oh yeah, Jonathan was paid to come in and fight, that's kind of true, but not really. It's like a half truth, because yes, Jonathan was asked to come in and shake things up, just like you guys were asked to come onto the show and turn up and make an entertaining reality show. But it's not like they just called him and was like, hey, come down here and make sure you throw hands on such and such and we'll give you $30,000. Also, Rio said that the reason why Milan had ended up calling him, of all people, was because he was already in LA, which is contradictory to what Milan said, because Milan said that they both got flew in to get paid to fight. But a lot of people were like, Milan, why of all people would you call Rio, who was like 5'9" or 5'10" and 160 pounds, to come fight a big sturdy man like Jonathan for you? But apparently, just like Natalie had vouched for Jonathan to come in, Milan vouched for Rio to come in. So Rio was contacted prior to everything, and he was told that they would love for him to come on the show. It'd be a great opportunity, so on and so forth. He agreed to do so, and then we have Milan calling him up, basically asking him to come help him fend off Jonathan. Now, Milan says that call was set up and fake, but I don't believe that they told him to say exactly what he said. So anyways, Rio then tells his homeboy, who he had known since childhood, that they would be going to a party. He did not tell him that there may be a fight or what all was going on, just said that, we're going to hit up this party. Maybe told him that it was Milan and whatever else. So Rio and his homeboy arrive at the house and sign an NDA. Rio had not yet signed his contract with Zeus as a cast member. Mind you, somewhere between the time that he was asked to be on a show and the time that he arrived, he was told that he would be sharing a room with Milan. But Rio never said that they told him that Milan and Jonathan were fighting over said room. So now back at the party, of course, Jonathan was not there at first, but it seems like they tried to set it up for Jonathan and Rio to arrive at the same time or close together, because Rio had only been in the house for about 30 minutes before the meetup with the three of them happened in the closet. Remember that
Good. What's up? What's up, Rio?
the show, and it doesn't seem like Rio was properly informed about who it was that Milan was beefing with or what it was they was beefing over, let alone that the beef was over the room that he, speaking of Rio, was told would be his. So that explains why he felt comfortable asking for a shot of the liquor. So when the conversation starts to get heated about the room between Milan and Jonathan, Rio intervened because he felt like Jonathan was trying to take his room from him. Whether or not the initial beef was with Milan, in his eyes, he wasn't fighting for Milan at that moment. It was about the fact that Jonathan wasn't just about to up and take nothing from him. And because the vibe was already intense and he felt the fight coming on, he felt the need to swing first. Now, we know what all happened after that. Somebody said Milan had mace, and that made Jonathan mad, so he grabbed the fire extinguisher. Jonathan pulled out Rio's extensions. Rio snatched his chain. Jonathan took both their phones. They fought 40 times. Skip to the part where Milan was sitting out on the ledge by the bushes, which is what he was mad about. According to him, there was a 4-hour difference between the fights and him sitting on the ledge. And at the time that one of the fights were happening, he went to the neighbor's house to use their phone to call the police because Jonathan had his phone. Rio isn't upset that Milan didn't jump in because he feels like after all, his really good homeboy who was there for him, that's the man who pushed Jonathan down near the pool or pond or whatever body of water that was. He had his back. But he also believes that Milan should have at least been there or been somewhere around during the fight. So Milan is upset that he was depicted to be hiding while Rio was fighting, which is fair. I would be mad too if I was depicted that way. However, regardless, Rio and Jonathan fought a total of like 5 times, and Milan was nowhere to be found for either of them. So it really doesn't matter if you were on a ledge, taking a bath. Milan, you just simply weren't there. You weren't there. Now, like I said, Jonathan is still a part of the cast at this point. So the following day, he was supposed to come back to the house. And of course, like I said, Milan felt like Gutta called him, whoop-de-whoop. Now, according to Gutta, Jonathan called him to tell him that he was coming back and asked him if Rio was still there. Now, it's important to understand that nobody knew that Rio was a part of the cast, not the actual cast, and not us either. And production knew that Jonathan was coming back, and according to Rio, he came back with other people, and they were all wearing his dreads. When Jonathan and crew hit the corner, it was just like on sight. And at some point, Rio picked up a chair, and because Rio picked up a chair, even though he didn't do anything with it, Jonathan also picked up a chair as well, but Jonathan actually went in to hit Rio because, well, he probably thought Rio was gonna start hitting him too. Moolah caught the ending of the fight on camera and the police were called. Jonathan was sent home by production. He didn't go home on his own because of the fact that him hitting Rio with the chair was caught on camera. The police had seen it, and at some point the video had got leaked. Jonathan then became upset with Natalie and the team because he couldn't really show his real personality like he wanted to. And because at first, even though, he was called to shake things up and he started all the mess with the room, he still tried to share it with Milan at least because he's a bigger guy and he wanted the biggest room. And after all, they called him to come and turn up, but it's like when he does turn up, then they send him home over the chair, even though Rio picked up the chair first, and he also feels like they were catering to Milan. So now Jonathan is requesting a nice amount of money to show up to the reunion, but it seems as if he either got what he wanted or something because he's still in good graces with Zeus. He just hosted the auditions for season 2 of Bad Boys and claims that they are giving him his own show. And to be real, the only one with the most viewership power to have his own show is Jonathan, but Milan doesn't like that. Like I said, Milan was also Natalie's friend. So Milan feels as though, why are y'all, Natalie and Lemmy, why are y'all in cahoots with Jonathan? Because in Milan's words, he almost or could have unalived his friend Rio, even though he picked up a bottle on Carry On. And in that same live stream he said that, he was talking about if Gutta kept messing with him, he might disappear because he don't fight. And I also think that he felt like Natalie still being cool with Jonathan was like a betrayal in a way because they were supposed to be friends. And then we have Rio. He doesn't like Gutta because Gutta was supposedly co-signing Jonathan on when he was talking mess about Rio after the show, but he was friendly and flirty to Rio in the house. Milan called Darrell broke because he was selling his old rims. Milan also supposedly called one of the editors about the scene with him sitting on the ledge and posted the footage to Instagram, but he says that the post got reported, whether by Zeus or whoever else. They say Curtis is kissing Lemmy and Natalie's butt cheeks, so they don't really mess with him. It's a mess, but Rio himself, even Rio, agrees that Milan should have been there. But I think Rio's being real, and I think he's being honest, and I don't think he's scared of either Jonathan or Milan. But I feel like he probably kind of wants to keep his opportunities open as well, because I just can't grasp him still being cool with Milan after that. Like I said, whether you were on a ledge or you was in the bed, wherever you were not there when he was getting beat up by Jonathan. Or maybe they could have just talked about it at this point. I mean, who knows? That's also a possibility. But we don't even know if there'll be a reunion, because everybody feels like they should get paid $1 million to be there. But in a nutshell, that is what's going on. That's what actually happened. So at this point, y'all tell me what y'all think, and I will see y'all in the next one.
And if you call me a bitch, make sure you put baddest in front of it. She back to the bone.